Hi, we're going to give this hot pink paint a try again tonight, okay? I know we tried it the other night, but this time I pre-painted the background of my surface, so I'm hoping that this will work out perfectly. We're going to hope. Cross our fingers. Let's see if I can figure out where my video is. If I can get my computer to load, that would be wonderful. Let me know what you're up to tonight. Last minute stuff for Christmas that you're doing, y'all. I have a tremendous list. I took off work early today, and I squandered the day. I didn't do nearly the stuff that I needed to do. I did make a list, so I mean, maybe that's something, right? Hi, Kathy. Hi, Denise. How are you, ladies? All right, so I have this little shelf sitter. It says Hugs and Kisses on it. It has a stand. I went ahead and I pre-painted everything. And we're going to try this hot pink paint. And we're going to go back with this ballet slipper paint again. So what I want to do is I want to try a blending technique. I don't know if it's going to work out or not. Hi, Tammy. How are you? Ooh, fun. All right, so we're going to start with the hot pink. And this is what I want to do. I want to go real hot and heavy at the top. Okay. And I'm going to do, probably going to need 2 layers, I think. But I'm going to go all the way down the top of all the letters. Just half of it, okay? With the hot pink. And then we're going to try and blend it into the light pink. Hopefully that's going to work nicely. Alright. Let's see. We can get some more paint on here. So I haven't tried this. I've seen it done. But I really want to give it a go. I think it's a cool way to just kind of mix it up a little bit, you know. So hopefully this will work out nicely and then we can use it in the future. All right, so I don't want this to be a harsh line here, so we're going to have to blend pretty well. But I'm going to try and go back over and get a good solid hot pink base going on the top, at least to start with. Hi, Stephanie. I'm doing great. How are you? I still have tons of baking to do. I think I'm going to start some of that tonight. I have some cranberries that I bought a while back, and I put them in the freezer because I didn't end up using them like I thought I was going to. And so I think I'm going to make some cranberry muffins tonight. I don't know. I've never made cranberry muffins, but I mean, how hard could it be, right? I have baked plenty in my life, so I feel like I should be able to. All right, so now I'm just going to come in with this ballet slipper color from the bottom, and I'm going to just try to blend that line so it's not so harsh. And I'm liking this quite a lot. Now, I might have to come back in with the hot pink again and just reinforce this line where the colors meet. Oops. I do have a little bit of water here that might help me a little bit. I have like a frog in my throat. So, yeah, tell me about your holiday plans. Are you hosting everybody? Are you going somewhere, going out of town, taking a trip, going somewhere tropical and warm? I would love to hear about it. We are not going anywhere. We're hosting at our house, at our new house, so that should be fun. And we're going to Jamaica in February, so I think that'll be a nice Tropical Getaway. So now I'm just going back with a little bit of this pink, the bright pink, and trying to like lightly blend over that line where I put in the ballet slipper so that it kind of gives a transition and it's not just so much a harsh line there. And this is working quite nicely, so that's good. Plus it's helping that the ballet slipper is still a little bit wet. But let me see if I can, this eye is being a little stubborn here. I feel like I'm just blending more of the ballet slipper over the eye. It is helping also that this hot pink is kind of not quite so thick. Oops. So it doesn't give as good like full coverage as you would think it would. Uh-oh, I'm making a mess here. There we go. So that's kind of working in my favor, actually. Okay, I need to dry the eye. Hi, Lisa, how are you? Oh no, you're working. Boo. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Merry Christmas to all of you, indeed. So I plan on being on tomorrow, and I'm not sure that I'm going to make it for Christmas Eve. But I will likely be here on Christmas Day if y'all want to come hang out with me if you have time in the evening. I would love to see you all and be able to wish you another Merry Christmas. But if not, Merry Christmas to all of you. And I love you. Thank you again for another year of tons of blessings and for hanging out with me and being my friend. Okay. This eye is very stubborn. I don't know if it's this. I think I need to get a new makeup sponge. So let me cut this one off. And we'll go in and just reinforce that. It's just not wanting to hold any of it there. Finally. Goodness. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. Okay. We got our two-toned stuff going on here. Let me close these so I can move them and not make a mess. And then get that out of the way too. Alright, and then I can pull all this stuff off of here. First I'm going to make sure that these letters are good and dry, but I think they probably are close if they're not already. Hi Laura, how are you? Alright. I just replaced my tape on here so it's like super duper sticky. Sticking to my hands. Alright, so like here's my little heart. I think that's pretty good shade job there. Not too shabby, and I think, so I painted the background of this black. So I think it's going to pop really nicely. There's my H. I get the eye really good and dry because it's got, I ended up having to go back with quite a lot of paint to get that bright pink to really pop. Now, you could do this same technique with paste, with chalk paste, and it would work really nicely. You just need to add a little bit of water, put it like in a color tray or even like on a paper plate. If you don't have color trays, that's all right too. Put it on a paper plate and let it mix it in there, and then you can just tap it and use the makeup sponge. That works the best, especially for letters whenever they're intricate. That way you're not getting paint everywhere. It makes it a lot easier to control your paint and where it goes. And then I just take these makeup sponges and then I throw them over here on my desk and let them dry. And then I just cut them off just like I did that other one a minute ago and reuse them. All right, so now we're going to, let me see, that's, I'm going to go ahead and place everything here first just to be sure that I have all of my stuff figured out. And then, oh, you know what? I thought that S was funky there. Well, oh, I see. Okay, here we go. To figure out where everything goes. All right, now, and this background piece it has scoring on it, so you can see easily where stuff belongs. Makes it super simple. Oh my gosh, y'all, this is so cute. Okay, so I have my tacky glue. I also have my hot glue gun ready to go. But for my letters, I prefer to use tacky glue just because it's thinner, it dries clear, and I don't make as big of a mess with it. Okay? And it dries really good, and it has a nice hold. And hot glue does too, but it's so thick. And it's hard to just put a little bit, you know? And if hot glue is too much on there, it squeezes out. And at least with this tacky glue, if I squeeze out too much, it dries clear and it's fine. Okay? Then you can't see it. I already see one spot that I went a little hot and heavy with the glue. But definitely try this technique with the painting like this. I'm liking this a lot. I think we're going to use this many more times. Y'all are probably going to get sick of me using it. Okay, I'm going to glue this piece, the little scalloped heart part, on first. And let that just chill for a minute before I go back in with my heart. And I probably might use hot glue for the heart because it's a little bigger. Okay. Y'all, this is super cute. So you can comment the word hugs to get the link to grab this for yourself, okay? And definitely, if you try this paint technique, or if you grab it and once you do your project, make sure that you're in my cutout group. Go in there and share it. Or any of your cutouts that you've done. Hi, Callie. How are you? Welcome. Merry Christmas, love. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you haven't joined my cutout group yet, it's PV Home Decor and More. You can get the link to it whenever you comment the keyword. Hopefully, yeah, it worked. And my notifications are fixed. So if you are not getting notifications whenever I go live, you can also comment the keyword and get the link to sign up to get notifications. Hi, Margie. How are you? Merry Christmas to you, darling. Sign up to get notifications, and then whenever I go live, you'll get a quick message before I do my live. That way, you won't miss me live, okay? And sometimes I do off times. Like tonight I went on a little bit earlier because I was ready earlier. Sometimes when I'm traveling, I'll go on a little earlier, later. I never know what I'm going to do. And sometimes I do a surprise early live. Just depending on what I have going on that day. Okay, y'all. That thing is, oops, I forgot that my ampersand. Almost lost it too. Let me get it glued on there and then I'll pick it up and show you again. This thing is super cute. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, now I do need to probably let it sit for a minute. But look how good that looks. Isn't that adorable? So it does come with stands. Okay, now there are 3 pieces to the stands. Oops, there's 2 with slots and then one that looks just like this, okay? So you're going to glue both of the pieces with slots onto this base, all right? We're just going to use hot glue and do a little quickie. Now, this will help it stand up really nicely, okay? You probably could get away with just one, but it might be a little floppy. Thank you, Stephanie. I'm glad you like this one. Again, you can comment hugs to get this, okay? Or if you don't want to comment the keyword, you can comment that you want one, and I'll send you an invoice. Okay. Hi, Donna. How are you, love? Okay, so it's 3 layers. Okay, that's what your stand will look like once you get it all put together. And then, y'all, this is just precious. Look how good that looks. Oh my goodness gracious, I love it. Now, oh, it's perfect. It's absolute perfection. The other thing that you could do if you wanted to is you could do the back. Now, I can grab, I'm gonna try this, okay? I saw another lady. Let me grab a piece of paper real fast. We're gonna give this a shot, okay? Because the back of this one is not huge, okay? It's like 5.5 by 8.5, okay? So I have these 8 by 8 sheets of paper, okay? And Mod Podge right over here. Let me grab all my stuff. Hold on. Okay, so I have my Mod Podge. I sound like I don't know what I was doing there, but I'm doing something. And this, like, super cute paper, okay? So, of course, let's do some cutesy stuff here. Now, ew, I like this one. This cute little pink polka dot, I think, is adorable. All right, first of all. So, if you want to finish this off, now, let me see if I can... Oh, it's just slightly bigger than that. So, let me see what I can do here. I can do it in 2 pieces, I guess. Now, I want to make sure my letters are solid, okay? So, I'm going to just give this a quick little dry. Because I don't want these letters sliding around. This is too darn cute for it to be moving all over once I flip it, okay? And who knows what will happen to it. And then once the glue does stick, it's like rock solid. So let's just give it just a minute. Yeah. Hi, Lori. Hey, Linda. How are you, darling? All right. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to cover the back of this in Mod Podge. Okay, let me grab my, I like putting something like this on my fuzzing cloth just to stabilize it a little bit. And I'm doing wonderful. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. This is Mod Podge. I'm just using, I have the matte one. I always buy the matte, okay? But you can use any Mod Podge for this. It doesn't matter what kind, okay? Literally anyone will work. I'm just going to use one of these little cheapo brushes. I buy these like tons at a time from Dollar Tree. Okay, so I'm just going to generously apply this on the back. Now I'm not going to go all the way. I don't want to go where all the way down to where the holder part is, okay, where it slides into the slots, because it won't fit into that slot if you do it on that part, okay? No? Okay, good. Had to make sure I have my lighter in here because I'm going to probably need it. I'm going to set this thing on fire in a minute and it's going to hopefully we'll be okay. Y'all, hopefully we're not going to have a problem. Now, I'm going to generously apply this, and then we are making sure that you get Mod Podge over the entire thing, okay? Now, this is the back, and I've been wanting to try this for a while, so this is my perfect excuse to try this little hack that one of the ladies told me about in one of the groups. Oh my goodness, I am too, darling. I worked part of the day today. Oh, what am I doing here? I don't know what I'm doing here, y'all. We're gonna try it. I don't know. I'm losing it, is what's happening. So, yeah, I only worked part of the day. I had all the intentions in the world of getting our garage cleaned up today and doing some other things around the house. I got my dishes done. Okay, I need to go in there and strip the guest room bed. I'm going to do that as soon as I get off my live. And I want to make some cranberry muffins. A bunch of them, because I have a ton of cranberries that I need to use. And I've never made cranberry muffins before, but that sounds delightful. Or maybe cranberry, I don't know, cranberry something I'm going to make. So, yeah, that's what I want to do. Make sure this is really dry. And this is literally not required, okay, but I think it's fun. And it just kind of gives a finished look to the back. This paper is super thin. It's not regular cardstock. You could use cardstock. You could use tissue paper. Whatever you have on hand, okay? It doesn't, you could use a napkin if you want, okay? This is just the little cardstock I grabbed whenever I jumped up. Alright? Now, it may not even quite be totally dry, but... And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a small strip. Here's my scissors. Oh, my nose has just been itching, too. I'm going to cut this little strip here. And I'm going to go put it to there. And then I'm going to add this strip over here in just a minute. Once I get this on here. So then I'll take my little mini Cricut heat press, okay, and just press that on. Now, I'm not even protecting it or anything. I'm just going over that roughly, okay, so that it's attached here. Now, this cord is way too long, and there's too much stuff in my way. I'm about to knock over. Okay. And then I'm going to take a little bit more Mod Podge and just glue that down right there too. Okay, here we go. Oh goodness, what's going on? I don't know why it gave you that strawberry. I guess I need to deactivate the word berry. I don't know what's up with that, but yeah, I love cranberry anything too. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. Now, I'm going to just go around here and I'm going to trim the excess. Okay, and it doesn't have to be pretty because we're going to take care of that too. Now, I have this bottle of water right here, and I'm going to open it before I start doing this, because who knows what's going to happen. Okay, I have this bottle of water. I'm just going to put that right there, because these are interesting edges. Okay, now, I'm going to try, hopefully it's going to... Now, this isn't tissue paper, okay? So, this is an actual paper. So, it may not be... It's not going to light up like it does real easily with tissue paper. You know, y'all have seen that, right? Where you go around and just Hopefully it doesn't set off my smoke detector. That has happened to me before on a live. It was a fun day. And the smoke detectors in this house are, I think, probably the same as my old house was, where they, once one goes off, all of them start going off, and they're all connected to each other because they're like connected through the electrical system to each other. Yeah. Just make sure that you do this as an adult. Don't let kids do it, okay? If you're going to do it like this. Or you can use a sanding block, but the problem is you're not going to be able to get around the edges with the sanding block. So that's the problem there. All right. Just don't let your kids do it, okay? And make sure that you maybe take it outside or something. I don't know. That might be better, but I think we'll be okay here. All right. We're close. Now, I'm just going to dust off my edges, and I will get my sanding block out and just hit up a few little places. Now, I might need a smaller block, a sanding block for some of this, okay? Or, you know, I have my nail file to just take down the little pieces that are left. But we're a little scorched on the back too, so I don't know if that was the best way to do it with paper, but we'll see. I mean, it looks better than it did with just the brown, ugly back. Now, you could paint it too, easily, okay? So, work smarter, not harder. Maybe that should have been my first answer, but I saw this super cute decoupage background, and I thought, that I need to try. But I think we worked out pretty darn good here. And this thing is super cute. Cute background. Little scorched edge over here, but that's okay. But where's my stand? We do have a stand for it too. And it stands up just perfectly. Look how cute it is. That painting technique is awesome. If you're catching the replay, go back and watch the painting technique that I used because it's really neat. Okay? I love you all. Have a wonderful evening. We will talk soon. I will see you all tomorrow night, okay? Good night.